there back and see it. And it is all over, plotted all over the place. Your Excellency, I don't know how. But then, what about our sanitation? What about our sewage system? What about our waste disposal system? Maybe we need to look more into the recycling system and see how we can improve on this aspect. This is for the future. This task is still with you. Lagos is bounded by water on how many sides? Badagry, there is water. Ekpe, there is water. Lagos Island, there is water. Even if we move up and go to Ikorodu, we see N.C.M.G. So tell me which area of Lagos, maybe Ikeja, that is not bounded by water. So I will urge on our government to please look into water transportation, and that way we can improve on the transportation system, which eventually will enhance the living conditions of the people in Lagos. This is for the future. If we are doing all this, we need to engage our youths in meaningful things. We need to create more model schools. Apart from the model schools, we need to have vocational and trade schools, so that once they are trained, there will be more job provision for them. Of course, as has been said by everybody, Lagos is the hub on which Nigeria moves. Whether people like it or not, the government of Lagos, under the governorship of Mr. Ambode, we need to create the enabling environment for businesses to improve. Take, for instance, registration of businesses has to be improved. With the improvement in the registration of businesses, I am sure there will be tax incentive that will follow. And if tax incentive follows, maybe the governor will look at it and create financial empowerment. And if you create financial empowerment, you can now have selected areas like the Yaba Silicon Valley, wherein we can designate areas and say that in this area is famous for this particular thing. This area is famous for this particular thing. If we have all this, it will improve the bureaucracy that is attached to the registration in the land registry. I am sure we all know that, or many of us who have to deal with land, know that there's always a backlog, either with regards to the CFO or with regards to deed of assignment. I will urge on the governor to please look into this and assist us. Of course, if there is no continuity, if the governor decides not to follow what has been done before, there will be a slow movement. So, I'm urging on the governor to please look at the vision that has been so established and the policy. I thought I was still trying to get through. But as leaders as it may, we will urge on our governor to please see how the vision that has been established by the forefathers can be continued. What I would love to see is the Lagos with government participation in the ICT and the business climate. For instance, in Lagos, it is common to have the online businesses like Konga, Jumia, Supermart, Mandela, etc. This shows that at least the potentials are there. So all we need to do is to create the enabling areas and create the enabling laws that will guide all this. If we now look at Yaba as a high-tech hub, you take for instance when the CEO of Facebook came to Nigeria. He went to some areas, but he in particular went to Yaba because he knew that that was the hub for the information base. And one thing that Lagos is famous for is its tourism potentials. We have been talking about the past, we've been talking about the present, but the future of tourism in Lagos State needs to be more developed. Like we need to create the Lagos Riviera, which will be similar to what is in France, the Riviera. We need to have more beaches. The beaches in Lagos State are being enjoyed by foreigners. Maybe if we have the enabling surroundings, it will of course attract businesses, it will attract people. And with the concept that the governor has introduced in terms of street party, let it go around to all the 5 main divisions so that each division is not left out. I believe that with the Lagos State going into the realm of oil and sea dog, which incidentally is from Badagry, where I come from. I know the governor is trying, but we want the governor to try more. Well, I will say we are Oliver Twist, so we will ask for more. And I'm urging on the government to create the enabling surrounding, both for the offshore and onshore industries that go with the oil. Also, I'm urging the governor to assist us with the enabling surrounding as regards the seaport. The lecturer has spoken, and he spoke well. Other discussants have also spoken, and they spoke well. They have looked at Lagos State from different perspectives. They have traced the history for us. They have looked at how some things are contemporary. They have tried not to look so much into the future. I will crave their indulgence and your indulgence as well to look a bit into the future, knowing that we can rest on the past as well as the present. If we look at Lagos State today, we are very lucky to have 5 main divisions, 57 local government areas. We give praise to the founding fathers of Lagos, who had laid a very good foundation for the state, both from the military point of view as well as the civilian point of view. And we are lucky today to have the primus inter pares in terms of military governorship as well as civilian governorship in the state. We look at all the succeeding civilian administration from the period of Papa Ikeja to date, and how they have made the citizens of Lagos State proud. This is as a result of good governance, foundation of which had been laid by none other than the first governor of Lagos State. Lagos State has therefore become a model for all other states in Nigeria for studies and referral in good governance, innovation, and creativity in government. Lagos needs to continue to work to define an identifiable vision that transcends individualism and is for the good of the state. The mega city vision for Lagos can only be achieved by Lagosians working together for a common good. We do not appreciate what we have, but we should really appreciate it, what our founding fathers have done. A statistical view of the role of Lagos vis-a-vis the other large cities in the world by population shows that a place like Tokyo, which is in Japan, has a population of 32,200,000 and a land space of 6,993 square meters, with a density per square meter being 4.7. That is the highest in the world. And that is the first largest city in the world. New York followed. Mexico City followed. And our own city of Lagos is number 11. Rio de Janeiro, popular as it is number 16. Paris, as they say, see Paris and die, is number 20. London, which is common to most of us, is number 25. And Sydney, Australia, is number 63. Can you please clap for Lagos? To us, it might look like we are not doing anything, but we are doing, and we are trying. If you look at the richest and urban cities in the world, and a projection as far as 2020, again, Tokyo came first. It has a projected GDP for 2020 as 1,602, which has an annual growth of 2%. New York, United States, has an annual growth of 2.2% and a GDP of 1,561. London is placed 4th. Paris is placed 6th. Mexico City 7th. And our own Lagos, being the first African city, is placed 98, when we now consider that there are over 400 cities involved. And our GDP projected for 2020 is 76. But we should not rest on our oars. If you look at the urbanization in selected countries, and if you look at those countries who are topmost in the world, you will see that at least Lagos in Nigeria has not done badly. We look at the population of Lagos in 1950, and we look at the population of Lagos, or what it will be in 2020, and what is likely to be in 2030, we will see an increase in growth of about 49.8%. This, of course, raises some issues, which are the challenges of the future. One of the challenges of the future, to my mind, is power, electricity. Then we have the problem of basic infrastructure. Of course, with this and the growth in population, we need to engage our youths, because we have more youths in that category of 18 to 35. And as my learned senior has said, if there is an easy way of doing businesses in Lagos, not only will it improve the revenue of the state, it will also improve the lifestyle of the state. And of course, all this is based on the fact that we need the continuity of the vision and the policy which has been established during the Tinubu era. What are the possible solutions to the power? If you have more independent power plants, if it could be done, if not on local government areas, but on divisional areas, that would be better. We also need to look at alternative power generation, like the solar and the wind turbine. Our governor is hardworking, and he has been doing a lot of things. This 50th anniversary has showcased some of the things he is able to achieve in the space of 24 months. You look at the roads, it is what the lawyers will say, res ipsa loquitur. It speaks for itself. We don't need to say, this is an overhead bridge. It is there for everybody to see.